What's up, Internet? It's Wilshocker on a mission to shock the world with fantastic content. And today I was playing my game and thinking about what to talk about today. And I figured I would make a quick note about the internet and the reality of being a content creator on the free and open internet where everybody thinks, there's a lot of money to be made, there's a lot of attention to gain, um, but it's not perfect, right? There's more going on than just posting a video and making money. Um, there is a lot of exposure to things that you may not want to have any exposure to, especially if you're thinking if you're a child, if you're a young adult, teenager, whatever. um, you know, there's a lot of responsibility on parents that they're not even aware of, that parents have to protect their kids from the internet, in major ways, right? And you also have to be able to protect yourself from what happens on the internet. And it's just, this is taking a very serious turn very quickly, but it's important to bring it to light and talk about it because it is real. And the internet is basically a cesspool of filth and degeneracy and toxicity and evil and hatred and animosity and so many negative things that the average person may not be prepared for. Even on games like Albion, there's a lot of negativity, and there's a lot of people putting each other down. There are people that are insulting, there are people that are racist, there are people that are ignorant of modern issues. um, there are people on the internet, and when you're making videos or streaming or even casually watching as a consumer, it can be easy to forget that the internet is such a toxic and harmful place. Even though there's plenty of opportunity, there is a lot of opportunity on the internet. It's also important to realize that the internet is not a safe place. It's not a sanctuary for your creativity. It's very much an open battlefield of conflicting opinions and conflicting ideologies and psychosis and all sorts of harmful things that you just have to be ready and willing to prepare yourself for in the event that you ever encounter one of these people. So be very careful. Protect yourself. Don't go too deep into things because there are plenty of bad actors out there. And I just wanted to talk about that. The internet it's not the greatest. Like, yes, it's an amazing invention. It does enable a lot of communication, and it makes a lot of things possible that weren't possible before. But speaking as somebody who has come from the very early stages of the internet, like, I was a part of the internet when I was like 10 years old, when it was brand new. And I was, even within the first month of using the internet, I was exposed to all sorts of craziness. And that craziness has never actually stopped. Like, I've kind of distanced myself from the craziness because I've curated my news feed, I've curated my content feed, and I've curated the websites that I'm willing to go to. Like, for example, I almost never go to Reddit. I almost always stick to YouTube and TikTok, and even then, I never go to comment sections and engage with comments. I mean, I will engage with my comments. If you comment to this video, then I will pay attention to it. But other people's videos, I don't read the comments. Sometimes if it's a really funny video, I'll read the comments because people can be very funny. But overall, if it's like a political discussion or something serious or something, I just avoid the people entirely. And so I've managed to make myself more aware and more guarded when it comes to consuming things on the internet, but a lot of people aren't. And I think it's worth consideration that, you know, um, the internet is not the place for the unprepared. So that's going to be the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more next time.